Afghanistan.
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 Afghanistan. Afghanistan.
Much for us and chat. Hello. I'm good, how are you? Good morning. Today is day 2 in Afghanistan. It is currently 6:30 in the morning. I'm just going to go down to breakfast and then we are going to make the long drive from Mazar Sharif to Kabul. We're making lots of stops on the way. It's a super scenic drive, so let's go to Kabul. After breakfast, we headed on out to the cars to put our luggage in and make the move. Today's journey is a long one as we drive to the capital city of Afghanistan, Kabul. On the way, we stopped at a petrol station, and this would be one of the last stores or supermarkets to pick up any snacks because the drive is pretty rural, so you don't get the best of supermarkets out there. So we have just arrived to our first stop of the day, which is Johannabar Palace, which is an abandoned palace. It's been abandoned for about 60 years now. This place is super cool. We can go in and explore all of the rooms inside and walk around it, and it has some beautiful views around. We are surrounded by mountains, but they are currently hidden behind the palace. But last year when I was here, it was the middle of winter and it was super foggy and muddy, and we didn't even realise there were mountains here. So it's really cool to see it in the summer and see all of the surrounding views. Johannabar Palace is an abandoned palace that tourists can go and see and walk around freely. The Taliban do guard the palace, so you do get permit checked when you're there. However, we've never had any issues in both of the years that we have visited. It's a super cool experience. You're free to walk around and explore the different rooms, both below and above, with great views over the mountains.
So because of the wars and all going on, and then when the Russians came, they occupied it, or Americans, and those stars of the logo, they are the general stars. They give it on the show.
Ja, I'm looking.
After spending around an hour at the palace, we jumped back into the cars and continued the journey. This is where the views started to get absolutely incredible as you drive through mountains and canyons, and it's just absolutely jaw-dropping. With any long car journey, you have to have some fun, so the cars got creative and we're passing the cameras through the cars. And don't get me wrong, our drivers are good, but there was some near misses. driving for for about 2 more hours since our first stop this morning, and we have just arrived in the next province. So the guys have got out the car, they've gone into the Taliban office here, and it is basically where they register and get the permits for each different region. I've stayed in the car because for some reason our driver always leaves the engine on, which is hilarious, but all of our stuff is in here, so I am staying put whilst they go and get all of the permits, and pretty much they handle everything for you. We just need to give them passports and potentially ID cards that we were given on our first day here, and they take care of everything else. They might ask you questions. Chances are they're going to be super friendly and just approve your permit straight away. After an hour or so more of driving, we headed to our stop number 2, and this is where the road started to get a little bit bumpy. So excuse all of the shaky footage from here on out. This is just so bumpy.
Hey guys.
Always Audrey. The next stop on our drive through the Salang province is to some of the caves that still exist here. So as you can see behind, there's this huge mount, and inside you can go into a whole bunch of different caves, and some of them are super small. Some of them are absolutely massive and run all the way through the mount. So let's go and check out some of the caves. And this here is one of the biggest caves, and you can go all the way through the tunnel to the back. It's super, super cool.
Yeah, you go. How are you doing? Yeah, that's good. Okay, and then just this way? No, sorry, walk this way. Yeah. No, more, okay.
So in one of the caves, we had a local come up and greet us and welcome us to the country. And it was the same man that we met last year here. And we both took portrait photos of him that we still have, and we showed him. And before he even said anything, he came up to us and he said too, and he was like, last year. He recognised us before we even said anything, which is super sweet. But yeah, we've just been taking some photos of and with him as well, which is super, super nice to kind of bump into familiar faces in a country that's quite under-travelled. And so for them, it's really nice to kind of see people that revisit the country.
If you want to go the inside, you can take it. If you want to go the inside, you can take it from inside.
Salam alaikum.
If you want to sit here and make the bread, I will take your
Okay, I'm not going to make the bread.
Okay.
I gave ice cream yesterday, that's enough. We had pulled up on the side of the road to jump out and grab some bread as a quick driving snack. However, the guys that worked there invited me in, and I could not say no to such a cool experience. I even ended up going up and learning to make the bread with them, and they even made me try and put it in the oven, which I definitely ruined some of their bread, but they were super, super nice and were so happy to have me there and so welcoming, and it was one of the best experiences of my whole trip.
That's for taking the bread from this side. He said, you want this one?
I don't know what I'm doing. I feel like I should not be how I do. Slap it?
Oh, yeah.
Don't
like
burn
slap,
yourself
like
on the
slap,
side.
Oh no! I'm so sorry.
Say it. Yeah. He said it's okay.
He's just filling up some. If you've ever wondered what a toilet in Afghanistan in the middle of nowhere looks like, this is it. The next few hours consisted of driving, and more driving. And normally I would be a little bit bored, but honestly with the views in Afghanistan, I have zero complaints about driving. The driving days are some of my favourite because you just get to sit and take it in and admire the views. Whenever the views got super pretty, we did pull over and take a few minutes to stretch our legs and take in the incredible scenery.
That's so nice.
Always like.
Yeah, she needed it. She was from Germany, but she needed it.
I don't understand that.
Goes to the UK,
Yeah.
let alone Africa next year. So I got to sort that out before I
Just as sunset was approaching, we finally reached Salang Pass, and Salang Pass is a very, very famous mountain pass in Afghanistan. The roads are next level bumpy, it is long, it is windy. If you get car sick, this is not the road for you.
Yeah, this is. Oh yeah.
Essentially, our timings all day had been based around reaching the mountain pass before dark, because doing this road in the daytime saves a lot of time and also saves a lot of car sick.
Hey, watch it with my donkeys.
At the highest point of this drive, you are at 300,000 meters of altitude, so altitude sickness definitely kicks in, especially with how quick you are ascending. We have just stopped at one of the super remote service kind of station things up in the mountains, and this is what the bathroom here looks like. And after a few more hours of driving in the dark, we had finally reached our final destination, Kabul. And although everybody was pretty tired from a long day, we had one more experience to take in this day, and it was probably the best one of the day. The team from Afghanistan Travel Experience had put on a meal for us, and they were waiting with their kebabs and their shashlik, and it was just an absolutely incredible experience. Everybody sat on the floor together, sharing bread and meat and veg, and it was so great to meet everybody and just sit down and relax and have some delicious food.
چطور banana Allah da
Malına dikkat bak. Samim, I'm remote of it, madam.
put on it.
We started the day this morning at 6:30 for breakfast, and it is currently 11:30 in the evening. We've just arrived at our hotel after an incredible night, so it's time to sleep now and prepare for day 3.
Different colours, yeah? You want to see cool? Look, watch this. Watch this.
It is absolute chaos. Salam alaikum. This flag is absolutely massive.